Not after the crows go to the merchants and the king about the comic.
The message about Treviso and the future of the crows has already been sent. Your contract is due, Evenchi. The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
Nev, I just wanted to say, what you did back in Arlathan, thank you. Really, you're a good friend. A really, really good friend.
You helped me as much as I helped you. But you're welcome.
I never had a sister, but, well, you're one to me. And that means a lot.
Trying to pull the heartstrings means a lot to me too, Belle. And
you are certain
right
of this
back
path?
at you.
And you're sure of this course?
You already asked him that.
Viago, dear, can't you see that I'm stalling?
Ah, you are waiting for Rook's interruption.
No, his audience.
Am I that predictable?
You are reliable. I might say, essential.
Stopping Evenchi was essential. Job done.
To the business of the day, then.
Jacobus, are you ready?
I'm ready, Fifth Talon.
What's going on?
We accept Jacobus's right to the contract on Evenchi, and his decision to spare the governor.
It sent a stronger message than killing them. Their crimes will be aired, their reputation blackened.
And during these punishments, the former governor will live with the fear we may still one day end them. For his help, and proving he has sound judgment, Jacobus is becoming a full Antivan crow.
I'm happy for you. You deserve it.
I just want the chance to follow Air's lessons and your example. I only got this because you went out to face Evenchi, Rook. I couldn't have done it alone. I want to find others like me. Orphans, people with no more homes, under a new house name. Neri suggested Igrativi. It's old Trevisan, sort of a grateful life.
I'm honored, Jacobus Igrativi. You and your new house will do great things as crows.
The Fifth Talon agrees.
As does the Seventh. Rook, all of Treviso is in your debt. For what you did out there, and for the future you have inspired.
You have powerful enemies. When you decide it's time to put them in their place, we'll be there. And Rook, you'd have made a damn fine crow. Remember that.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the on-time Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
If anyone can find a way around that fleet, it's us. Everything seems impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. Varric told me that.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
Let's make sure there's too many distractions for them to spot us.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, Veil Jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us. Except at their front door.
It's worth a shot, but our allies aren't strong enough to fight a prolonged battle. We could be signing their death warrants, but it's the best plan we've got.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have two gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
There's still much we could do to prepare, but we may all yet survive the day.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
For something like this, we'll need everyone we know. Would Morrigan help? Could Morrigan help?
The world's ending. That's when Morrigan does her best work.
Great. Tell Morrigan the plan. See if the Inquisitor's willing to help us. I know she's busy leading the fight in the south, but she knows this blight won't end until the gods are dead. We're not ready. But we can be. Weeks until the next eclipse gives us time. Let's use it wisely.
Agreed.
Get some rest, then we'll take care of outstanding business.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power!
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mathol, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
So he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad Elganon and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
Davern and I have fought the Blight for years. It's terrifying. Watching the gods poison his world, his people, I understand why Solus would do anything to stop it.
I know, Rook. I'm not denying that. I wish there'd been a better way. That's all.
So does he. This isn't a memory he's proud of.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlathan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Did we?
Lace, I don't think you'll ever fully know whether the Chant of Light is literally true or not. What matters is that in its better moments, the Chantry encourages people to be kind and help each other.
What do we tell the Chantry about this? Do we tell them about this?
People are already questioning because of Elganon and Gillenane. It hasn't stopped them believing.
I guess people need that comfort. Even if some parts of it aren't totally true.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The Elven Gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
She was a wise woman?
Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus. To withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elgonan. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
What?
This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but... what?
All right, so elves are sort of spirits. What do we do with that?
To be clear, this memory only shows that the first elves originated from spirits. Balara, you and Davrin are no more spirits than anyone else conceived naturally.
Conceived naturally? Guess I'll go ask my mother.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
I don't think people will care right now. We've got evil gods trying to destroy the world.
Evil, elven, blighted gods. Don't forget.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Irulan, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one will believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solus didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mathal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
Lyrium is the blood of the Titans.
The Titans would have felt it as an attack. They defended themselves.
The first memory we saw with Elgonan seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the elves.
Lace, I'm so sorry.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except he did. He was worried. You said it yourself.
He did it for Mithal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
Venatori had the narrow road. Now they think twice before walking that way.
And your neighbors? What's the price of that protection?
You think I'd charge our dear friends? The people who spread rumors about how Threads made Aelia disappear.
Rebuilding the Threads' reputation for free?
For the few of us left. Now the Venatori who thought he found a legitimate charm supplier, he gets counterfeit goods. Triple cost.
Can't argue about your target, but it's a dangerous scam. Be careful.
Is that genuine concern? You're fun. Anyway, Nev, I'm out of news. But the threads are yours. You need something? Say the word.
Thanks, Alec. Remember, if you cross our neighbors...
You can drown me in the Nosen Sea. Rook, it's been a pleasure. You've got a good setup here. Enjoy life in the Fade.
Life in the Fade? Huh. We've been at the lighthouse a while now.
We have, but it still feels strange, like we're stuck in a dream.
So it's not just me. You know, this is my only address now. I still had an apartment back home. Rent paid up and everything. It got torched. In the dragon attack.
Nev.
Everything I have is here in this room. One false step from drifting into the Fade.
If I said you have a home with us, would you make fun of me?
Maybe. But thanks. I never expect things to go to plan, but I usually have one anyway. Or 7. And a half dozen backup plans, just in case.
And now?
Everything's changed. I've changed. If I survive the job, I'll be starting over, in a way. Maybe that should scare me. But I think I need it. I usually hate unanswered questions, but this one... I'll let myself figure out once I get there.
Alara. I'm sorry about Syrian.
It's hard. At least I got to talk to him at the end. The real him.
That's something. But I'm sure it still hurts. If anything happened to Hassan.
Cherish him while you can.
That's the truth.
Rook, have a moment?
What is it?
You were there to witness my new deal with Spite. You should come with us to see it paid in full. When you're ready.
Did you hear?
You could be forgiven for assuming it was a normal market day. I wonder if they carry Navaran goods.
Do you think they're wondering why you ordered a drink for the empty chair?
If they are, they won't tell anyone. The crows own this cafe.
Smells like Lucanis.
Just try it.
So, are you two okay now? Since you didn't kill Ilario, I mean.
We still hurt him. That humiliation in front of everyone, he'll never forgive that. So there's peace, for the moment at least.
Are the other Talons okay with the whole abomination thing?
Probably not, but they prefer me to Ilaria or the Venatori. I suppose the crows have had worse first Talons.
How is your grandmother doing?
You've met her. She was hewn out of dragon bone. She's pretending not to be upset by Ilario's betrayal and my possession. Which means she's making everyone else as miserable as possible. Except Dea. She likes Dea.
Is it strange that I'm enjoying being out with you and your imaginary friend?
It isn't exactly normal.
You try it.
I don't know what I thought it would be like, getting out of the ossuary, getting my life back.
You mean you didn't spend all that time dreaming about having coffee with your inner demon?
I did dream of coffee. If this is my life now, I'll take it. Best place in Treviso.
A place one leaves so that one might look forward to returning.
Well, do you still wish to move?
Things are better than I thought. And the weather has been so pleasant lately.
Very fair.
What now?
I'm in your debt. Please look around. Those Antam would have ruined me, if not for your kind intervention.
Has anyone been held accountable for the damage the palace did to the city?
I hear the Magisterium's talking about it.
That's all they do, isn't it? Talk about it. Push the blame around.
These things take time.
Ready when you are.
Being fired upon! They're at range!
Is everyone intact?
They're firing at us!
More! Attack again!
You're fighting!
Hey, for me! Me!
End it now.
We're taking them down!
Another Tori. What's going on?
We are being tested! You both and we are in power!
Excellent work, Lucanus!
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting the Venatori to show up.
They said something about shipments.
Let's look around. I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
Thank the Maker. Did you find the others?
What others?
Those mercenaries have abducted people from around Docktown, then sold them to the Venatori. I heard them talk about a warehouse. They could be holding them there.
We'll look into it. The warehouse where we found the Darkspawn isn't far from here. Let's look around, see what we find. Well, that's not good. Sounds like blood magic. Trafficking in people. Vile. We need to stop this. Low tide beach. Let's go.
I see we've company.
You'll leave Dogtown to us. We won't let you terrorize these people.
Continue your route! Do not fail the plot!
Good work, Rook!
These Venatori down.
Always happy to help on a job like this.
We'll get you out of there. Hang on. You all right?
No, but I'm alive and grateful. They were going to take me somewhere. They talked about rituals and risen gods.
You don't have to worry about that anymore. Stay safe. Or as safe as you can.
We've company.
Wardens have set up in the catacombs.
Between the gods and the Venatori, the Blight's a problem all over. We're sparing who we can. Where we can. We'll work with the Shadow Dragons to win back these tunnels.
Emry, Did you know Spite thought you were still in the ossuary?
That private...
Leave a little for the rest of us! Stay in cover.
That one's ready!
They're at range. Emily, did you know Spite thought you were still in the ossuary?
That private sphere of conception was inviolate.
So no?
Could Spite have described your dream prison until you faced it together?
You're kidding. I barely understood. Is this why we stopped sleepwalking? Spite understands. Space now?
Slowly, but it will come.
I volunteered to sweep the case now. done.
There's a fight ahead.
We need to close in.
Hunter struck a blow. To your left.
Snipers!
Still in one piece.
Another Fenrirel altar.
You and Spite have reached a new equilibrium, Lucas.
Get clear!
About that subject from before, you and Spite have reached a new equilibrium, Lucas.
He's less noisy. We have an agreement and coffee.
And the magic around you.
That should speed things up.
You're under fire! They're attacking from afar!
We need to close in.
frostbite have reached a new equilibrium, Lucanus.
He's less noisy. We have an agreement and coffee.
And the magic around you has...
Mercenaries.
Take whatever you find.
I got eyes already on it.
No witnesses. Take whatever's on them. More profit works for me.
Keep up the pressure!
Behind her! End it now!
Look to the left!
End this!
Warden Sawyer was right. They're after whatever they can steal, and they're willing to kill for it.
Who could witness the devastation here and think of profit?
We'll put a stop to it. Killed. These aren't Darkspawn wounds. Enough of us fell. He survived Weishaupt to be murdered here.
We got the last warden who found us. We'll gut you too.
On behalf of the wardens, you'll pay them.
More pressure!
Behind you!
Keep it up! Now's your chance!
This isn't the last of them.
Excellent. All safe?
Hurry up!
find trouble ahead.
Got them sighted.
Stay in cover. Now's your chance.
That's it for the mercenaries.
Then we got our target.
We should tell Warden Sawyer.
It's over.
says the Darkspawn. How do you tell if they're close to far?
Should we toast our latest victory?
After my watch tonight.
Sawyer, the mercenaries you mentioned. We stopped them.
Thank the Maker. Anything they took from the locals, we'll see returned. As for what belongs to the Wardens, some of that may be better destroyed. We'll see to that, too. Oh my word! This place!
I could spend an age speaking to all the spirits here without exhausting its possibilities.
The voices again.
Now you see, Dweller, the gods hunger to reclaim this place. Their minions scavenge what the wolf left behind. They turn his regrets to weapons and blight all they touch. If the Evanuras take the crossroads, darkness will fall.
What are you doing to stop the gods?
I strengthen the roots, rally the guardians, and I assist you. Revenants die, yet blight persists, Dweller. Finish what you have begun. Onward, Dweller.
Customs tie?
With my mom's horn? Yeah. You know all that stuff? Hitting us at range. Finish it.
Is everyone intact? About that subject from before. You follow Ravain's death company? Now here's some splendid ethereal construction, crafted by the ancient elves, as Solus did.
The lighthouse.
It's another of those statuettes. The memory fragments.
Antam left it alone. Huh.
Ambush!
Antam, assholes!
Quickly! Who needs help?
They've got us in range.
End them! Quickly! Well fought, Rook.
What did I tell you? Trap. Statue wasn't even real.
You were right, Tosh. But if the Fade is mostly reflections of something else, the real one could be close.
Phantom are trying to cut us off!
Let them try!
Come forth! Gaze undying!
There. I'd say that's where we're headed.
Take the last blow! Some more!
They're behind you!
Tell this statuette is the real thing, a memory fragment. And not just because it was very well guarded.
Hey, Davrin. We gotta talk about Solus's magic memory thing.
What? Why?
Why didn't you tell me you were a spirit?
Because I'm not.
I thought we were friends.
I'm not a spirit, Tosh.
Is that because people might think you're a demon? Because I'm from Ravain. We're okay with spirits.
But apparently not with listening. I am not a spirit.
Hey, you don't have to be ashamed of who you are.
Never said I was, but thank you, Tosh.
Must be 2 more. The second, 1 more to go.
Have you created what we need?
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every Titan from its spirit. But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger. It is awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
Solus made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, not killed. He cut away their dreams and left them broken and mindless. Dwarves don't even know where they come from because of him. And he knew all along.
I don't know what to say, Lace. I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry.
I served in the Inquisition. I know terrible things happen in war. But to do something like this...
The Titans were the size of mountains. I doubt the elves were winning their fight. He considered this the cost of saving his people.
Fear and guilt make people do stupid things.
To do such a thing. No wonder regret eats away at Solus.
No, it's worse than that. That isn't what Solus regrets. Those severed dreams will be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind. Sound familiar to you, Lace?
The song of Lyrium. Of the Titans.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force with no mercy, no compassion. Evil incarnate. Instead, it's a caged animal. Mistreated and imprisoned for centuries. Until all it knows is fear.
What does this mean for Darkspawn? Should we be trying to help them?
I don't believe so. If the Blight is a corrupted dream, Darkspawn may be mindless manifestations of its anger.
Right. They're not people. We're never going to get through to them.
The Titans are a problem for later. We have Elgernon and Ghilanane to deal with now.
And then I want Solus to look me in the eye and answer for what he did.
Each of these memories has been a deeper regret, and almost all of them involve Mythal.
Only one mural left to uncover by my count. If we find it, we'll see what's worse than this.
So this is even more of the Fade.
Uh-huh. It goes on. The voices again.
We sail.
Ah, you follow Ravain's death customs, Taj?
With my mom's horn? Yeah. You know about that stuff?
Watchers often learn other death practices. I've read that great care goes into Ravaini memorial jewelry.
Yeah. Got the best goldsmith in the Lords. She did little runes in the old Canary language along the edges. Even had a seer do it.
Excellent. All safe? As we were saying...
Even had a seer do a blessing. My mother would hate that.
And you?
I'm glad she's with me.
Over there. Another entryway like the one that took us to that Solus memory. There. It's happening again. We're in another of Solus's memories. Remember last time?
Andaran Atishan. Lassa Gilan.
Spirits, Fade friends, come forth. Enter the circle. Reveal yourselves.
Solus.
Spirits, the Dread Wolf asks for your assistance on a crucial mission.
The false gods, the Evanuris, have overreached. I shall humble them. Within their citadel lies a relic, with the power to imprison even a god. With it, I can bring their tyranny to an end, forever.
You are spirits of chaos, disorder, and disruption. We ask you to disrupt the Citadel's defenses. Give us the opening to get that relic. For freedom!
More visions of the past. Solus sent these spirits out to fight the gods. If we're spirits of disruption, let's act like it.
Spirits shouldn't be encouraged to... But I suppose it's all past.
Spirits! How did the wolf call up so many?
Remember, they can hurt us. Stay sharp. Think like a spirit of disruption. We're through.
The gods told us this fortress couldn't be breached!
More enemies. Go.
They bring the strength of the Fade!
We're almost through to their citadel. The Evanurus know it.
They've changed their plans. Elganon may be a tyrant, but he is not a fool. That means the relic is genuine. We are close, and Elganon is afraid. Put our strongest in the vanguard. Prepare to breach the citadel. It will not be easy, but we shall win the day.
Disruption, lead the charge and do what you do best. Whatever champions the gods send against you, bring them down.
More of them.
Death to all tyrants!
Reinforcements! We need more reinforcements!
You must hold fast! For victory!
The gods send aid! This is as far as you go.
Disruption fought to the last, and it was all for nothing. We couldn't take the Citadel.
Wait, that body's me.
It was not for nothing, my friend. The distraction the spirits gave us allowed our agents to retrieve the relic.
Distraction?
No force could have breached their citadel. But it was necessary for the enemy to believe we were committed. A heavy sacrifice, but one that gave us a real chance to end the war.
You knowingly sent all those spirits to their deaths. Solus, we're supposed to be better than that.
They died true to their nature, doing what they loved, Falasan. Let that be a comfort, that this war did not corrupt them into something different from what they were supposed to be.
A ruse. That's all it was. By this point, Solus didn't care who he sacrificed if it meant stopping the Evanurus.
Doesn't matter how sad you are about doing evil crap if you keep doing it.
Let's see what this fragment can tell us.
the Lords of Fortune picked a new expert to assess Kunari treasures?
Tried out a guy. Useless as tits on a drake. Couldn't tell a first expedition is Solitar from a Steel Age ritual jug.
Ridiculous. So you'll be handling things for the Lords?
I guess. Until we find a real expert. Like my mother.
I wish you luck in finding them.
You dozed off in your breakfast this morning. You might think about getting some rest.
I did. A little bit. At least an hour. I had a thought, and that became a plan, and then it was breakfast.
Just try not to fall asleep somewhere dangerous.
Oh, don't worry. Lucanus gave me some coffee. I'll be fine, I'm sure.
Well, you and coffee should mix well.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god, the strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the Elven people? They deserve it.
The Elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
Solus killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solus woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
So we've got all the Dreadwolf's deep dark secrets. Anything we can use?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solus thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
The bad news is that the god of lies and trickery is almost definitely preparing to betray us. The good news is that we've gone through his dirty laundry.
So, we know his motivations. You think we can set a trap of our own?
That's the hope.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
The elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine?
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were. You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not? Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned, her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again she was struck down, on this occasion by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
So you're the next host of Mythal?
Believe it or not, as you choose.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon, or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes. The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
If that's what it takes.
Such determination. Have you not even a tremor of doubt?
Wouldn't do me any good.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
All of that sounded great until survive the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Ghilanane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanurus, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
fragment, sharper than the whole, prevail, or be sundered completely.
We're getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was.